my earlier videos, I talked about the 6 steps to follow for good paraphrasing. In this video, I will talk about some practical tips and tricks I've gathered to perfect your paraphrasing. Now that you have the basic steps in mind, we can add several practices to your paraphrasing, so your skills improve and it becomes second nature to you. The first tip I want to introduce involves using synonyms. Select words from the original passage that are not generic. These are the words you'd want to replace with a synonymous word. They are easier to replace than common words like food, brain, chemicals, etc. Let me share an example from the MIT Student Handbook. Here is the original text. We do not yet understand all the way in which brain chemicals are related to emotions and thoughts, but the salient point is that our state of mind has an immediate and direct effect on our state of body. So here is how we can paraphrase this original text. Siegel writes the relationship between the chemicals in the brain and our thoughts and feelings remains only partially understood. He goes on to say, however, that one thing is clear: our mental states affects our bodily state. In this example, you will notice that writer used mental state to replace the state of mind from the original text. The writer also used feelings instead of emotions and bodily state instead of state of mind from the original text. The second best practice I want to mention is change the voice. Changing from active to passive voice or vice versa works very well when it comes to paraphrasing. In the active voice, the grammatical subject performs the action of the verb. In the passive voice, the subject receives the action of the verb. This type of wordplay works excellently for paraphrasing. So let's consider this example from Scriber, where the original text reads as follows. Technology outpaced what users, regulators, or even its creators expected or seemed prepared to handle. Notice that part in the original text that says, technology outpaces what users, regulators, or even its creators expected is in active voice. In the paraphrase version, this is changed to a passive voice. The expectations of creators, regulators, and users have been rapidly eclipsed by technology. Personally, I would even apply our synonym trick to this paraphrase version to optimize our paraphrasing technique. The last best practice I want to cover is change the sentence construction. This is a must. Never ever keep the same sentence construction, as it will result in plagiarism, even if you replace some words. You can start your sentence from a different parts of the content. You can change the part of the text and turn clauses into phrases. One way to change the sentence structure is to play with the number of sentences. A long original text can be broken into 2 sections, or one long sentence can be turned into 2 sentences, and vice versa. Short sentences can also be combined into 1 sentence. More importantly, insert your personal insight to expound the original text and try to seamlessly include sourced text into your own. Of course, you still need to cite the parts that are sourced in between. Great writing is a must-have skill if you want to build your career in higher education. Get an early start and learn how to paraphrase and cite properly. It will save you a lot of time and trouble along the way. In this video, I talked about 3 practical tips and tricks to perfect your paraphrasing. I hope you found it helpful to your academic journey. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.